YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. We have a beer that was brought to me by the awesome Average Joe. This is Victory Brewing in Downingtown, Pennsylvania's Hop Ranch Imperial IPA. It says Imperial Double IPA on Untapped, which is kind of an oxymoron, but whatever. 9% alcohol by volume. Yeah. Whole bunch of writing on here. Color scheme isn't feasible for my eyes at the top. It is at the bottom, but since I'm missing the top, we're just not going to read it. Got a BB Barfly out. People always ask me, where did you get that? bbbarfly.com. I don't know what the quality of it is now that Brian Becker doesn't work with it anymore. But bbbarfly.com is where I got them all made at the beginning. Albino Rhino beer from Earl's. Albino Rhino beer. Albino Rhino. People always say that you should get rid of the shakers. The shakers are useless. You know what I say? As long as there is Albino Rhino shakers out there, I'm going to love myself a shaker. Now that's somewhat saddening because, see, American bottles are 12 fluid ounces. This one's 12 fluid ounces. Now the Canadian half pints that we sell at most bars are supposed to be 12 fluid ounces. They're not exactly half pints, they're a little over half pint, since a pint in Canada is 20 fluid ounces. This bottle should have fit in here, but it didn't. See what's left? And there should always be a little bit of headroom. So either this glass is exactly 12 fluid ounces, and we'll find out if the head ever fades. And that means that if you ever were given this glass with head on it, you were being cheated, or it's under 12 fluid ounces and you're being cheated as well. There's something to remember with a lot of breweries, with a lot of pubs, I should say. The glassware doesn't necessarily fit what is said. I think all glassware should have the line on it. You know how glassware will have the line that will say like 330 milliliters right here, and then there up should be head or nothing. As long as it's marked, you have to believe that it's actually what it says it is. If it isn't marked, you don't know anything. Again, the head is starting to fade, so it might just be a 12-ounce glass exactly. We'll find out in a second. But golden, I didn't expect it to be so golden. As a double IPA, I expected a little darker. Crystal white head, like bright white head. Didn't expect that either. Not even a snap, crackle, pop, which means it's not going to fade as fast as I hoped. We might have to talk a little bit more. Let's just do this. There you go. There you go. So 12 fluid ounces in a 12 fluid ounce glass. There's like no room for head at all. The head is just a line right at the top, and it's over top of the glass. So there you go. If you went to Earl's and you were ever drinking out of an Earl's Albino Rhino glass, and you had head on your glass, they cheated you. They cheated you. Those motherfuckers cheated you. And this is a collector's glass now, since the Albino Rhino beer doesn't exist anymore because of a human rights complaint that an albino woman made because she felt it was disrespectful. You know what, people? Grow a thicker fucking skin. I'm albino, and I have a mental illness, and I can take jokes on both. Grow a thicker fucking skin. Be a real person. Amazing and horrible at the same time. I'm getting mango, I'm getting apricot, I'm getting passion fruit, I'm getting cat pee, I'm getting pine, and I'm smelling dirty feet. More realistically, Parmesan cheese, actually. I always used to call Parmesan cheese stink feet cheese. And I'm not talking like an actual brick of Parmesan cheese, I'm talking about the pre-shedded Kraft shit you can buy. And that's what I'm smelling here, is I'm smelling Parmesan cheese, and it's worrying me. Because pine, grapefruit, a little touch of grassiness, a little touch of earthiness, but pine, grapefruit, lemon zest, the skin, not the flesh of the lemon skin. So let's go back. Big tastes: pine, lemon zest, grapefruit, bit of passion fruit. Little malty sweetness at the forefront, little sourness in the middle, and then a resiny quality on the background. Resiny, weird quality on the background. But not very long. It just hits and it's gone. It's not a bad beer. It's not a good beer either, though, in all honesty. The smells I was smelling were great except for the stink feet. The tastes I'm tasting are great, except for really the resiny quality. If you took the resiny quality away and you took the stinky feet away, it'd be a great beer. There is also an off flavor I can't put my finger on. It's sitting right at the sides of my tongue. The actual front and back of the tongue and the back of the throat, perfectly fine, but the sides of the tongue are picking up something strange. 9% alcohol, very, very dangerous beer. You couldn't tell it's 9% alcohol, you really couldn't. Not a bad beer. Not a bad beer at all. Not a great beer at all either, though. I was expecting more, in all honesty. With all the hops that sign is in, I was expecting more. With all the hop vines behind the sign, I was expecting more. With the preconceived notions going into a victory beer, I was expecting more. Joe just brought this to me a week ago. I couldn't see it being very old. I don't see a bottling date anywhere on here. But I do believe this just came out. Oh wait, there's a bottling date here, but it's tiny. I can't make it out at all. Yeah, that's ridiculously tiny. It's like trying to find a 500-pound man's penis. Ridiculously tiny. In all honesty, again, not a bad beer. What would I give it? I don't know. On its merits, it deserves a 7. It does deserve a 7. There's nothing wrong with it. It's 9% alcohol. You wouldn't know that. It's very hoppy, but you could drink it easily because there's enough different hops in it, I feel, that it doesn't, oh my god, pound you. But keeping in mind that my rating system involves would I buy it again, I'll give it a 6.75. I'll take 0.25 away from it because I would never buy this again. It's not something I care to buy. It is a good beer. It isn't a bad beer, but it's just not something I would buy again. If Joe brought a 6-pack of it over, I'd sit down and share the 6-pack of it with him. If you did, I'd sit down and share it with them. But I will not buy a 6-pack of it. I will not buy a single of it. Victory Hop Ranch. Thank you, guys. Bye.